All right, Dick.
Thank you. 5:49. As you just heard, one of this morning's headlines comes from an MTV Awards ceremony overnight and an appearance by Paris Hilton. Just the kind of quote-unquote news that DePauw University Media Studies professor Jeff McCall rails against in the classroom, on the O'Reilly Factor, and now in this book, aptly titled Viewer Discretion Advised. Here is the book. We were trying to show it to you there. And Jeff, welcome. Nice to see you. We should,
nice to see you, Dick.
For the record, say that he did sports, I did news on college radio, WGRE-1.5 FM. But now that that's out of the way, literally 2 hours ago, a network anchor on another network on an overnight show turned to the camera and said, "Journalism professors, turn off your TV sets. We're going to spend the next segment talking about Paris Hilton." This is what's wrong with TV, you think, right now?
Well, in some ways, you know, news is the conversation of democracy, and I challenge in my book for the broadcast news industry to set an agenda for us of issues that are more relevant. You know, some celebrity news, some cop shop news in moderation we all need and maybe enjoy and are interested in, but I think that in many regards the TV news industry is taking that out of balance. For example, studies show nationally that in local TV news, cop shop news, traffic accidents, fires, that sort of thing, constitute 30% of all stories, whereas stories dealing with education only cover 2% of all the stories.
Do you think it's because it's easier to cover and budgets are tighter in news these days?
Those are both factors. With cop shop news, particularly in major markets, there's always some of that available.
But you're saying that shouldn't dictate what we cover?
It can't dictate it because the news agenda is too important for us as a society. We make our decisions on how to behave, what our social issues are, and that sort of thing. And you know, based on what we see in the news. And if what we see in the news all the time is cop shop stuff or celebrity stuff, it trivializes our society.
Now, this spills over into other programming. As you know, reality shows are huge now. You have some very titillating titles to your chapters, like This Is Not News, Television News or MTV, Packaged Politics. You have one that's sex, skin, and something else. Swearing. What's going on here? Are we destroying TV as it once was known?
Well, I don't think we're destroying it, but a society defines itself by the stories it tells. And television is the biggest cultural footprint on our society today. And when television is filled up so much in prime time with sex, violence, gross humor, you know, inconsiderate remarks, you know, the question is that the kind of society we want to have? And as citizens,
so should we, the morals of the society.
Should we be speaking out to say we want a better kind of cultural footprint from our television?
Well, you are speaking out in a big way in this book, very candid. You don't mince words. I'm sure you're going to get some play on it. Nice to see you again,
It's nice to see you, Dick.
Should we launch into our radio? No, we can't do that.
No, probably not.
It was fun while it lasted way back then. Here's the book. It is called Viewer Discretion Advised. Dr. Jeffrey McCall. 5:52 right now. Coming up at 6 a.m., we'll have today's top stories, plus yoga for grade school kids. We'll tell you about a new trend and show you how it's working. And you're looking live outside the only TV studio in the morning in Chicago with such a beautiful view. Glad you can enjoy it with us. We'll be right back.